Welcome. My name is Kelly.
And I'm Emma.
And this is Fanimated, an animation fan podcast where we get a chance to geek out about our favorite animated media. And today we have another Whatcha Watching episode with you. Emma here with me.
That is true.
Not great. I can talk, right?
Yes, you can. It's okay. I'm here to support you.
Thank you. We are recording this right after we just talked about The Legend of Korra for 2 hours, so maybe I'm getting a little tired. Who knows? But
yeah, you get to really experience what our brains are like when they're tired. It's fun stuff.
It's fun. Oh, man. But, I mean, this is a Whatcha Watching episode. We're always having fun in these, aren't we?
That's true.
And we have so much to talk about. And so I just want to go through a list of just a couple of task list things I just need to catch you all up on. First and foremost is it's September celebration still. Woo!
Woohoo!
Celebrating the anniversary of Fanimated, 2 years. It's crazy.
Best month ever. Is that a good Tangled impression?
Yes, it was. It was perfect, and I love it.
Okay.
I love it. I love it. Best month ever. That's going to be the new catchphrase. So, there's lots going on to celebrate the anniversary. One, which you already know and realize, is that we have 2 episodes coming out every single week, which is...
You're welcome.
You're welcome. We know you love it. And we also have special stickers for Fanimated patrons over at patreon.com/Fanimated. For $5 or more, you can get a new and improved sticker that says stay tuned and stay animated.
Yes.
Yes.
Put them decals on your laptops.
Yes.
Or wherever you put your decals.
Or your water bottle or wherever. School is back in session, so put them on your laptops.
Yes.
Talk to all your friends about Fanimated, please. But if you want to, support even for $1 a month, it means like the world to me. And it helps keep the show on the air because it costs money out of my own pocket to upload content. There's some subscription fees, and also the more you support directly impacts how much content I can upload. So the more support we get, the more likely it will be that I will be able to continue with frequent podcast episodes. So
you want to hear this voice more often. Let's be honest.
Emma. Yes. So thank you for those who do support the show. It means so much. So much. And please consider doing that as well. You can vote for upcoming episode topics. This month, they voted on a whole bunch of stuff that the $10 tiers got to put in their favorites that they wanted to hear from us. And we put them all in this big poll. And they voted on Kipo in the Age of Wonder Beasts. So that'll be coming up soon. And you'll get to vote on other things and hear bonus content. So check it out, patreon.com/Fanimated. The other big thing is that there's a giveaway on Instagram at Fanimated Podcast. So if you want to get one of those cool bonus stickers, you can get one, and also an inked illustration by yours truly. I'll send that to you free of charge, just to say thank you for all my awesome Fanimators. That's what you are.
Yes. And thank you, Kelly, because your art is beautiful.
Aw, thanks. Thank you. Thanks.
Yes.
And I enjoy doing that. So anything I can do to help spread the love. All right. So with all of that out of the way, without further ado, let's just dive into it. Although I'm pretty sure I know what most of this episode is going to be about, Miss Team Kyo over there. But let me ask you the question: what you watching?
Oh, man, I've got a list, so I'm just going to be very brief. And then, yes, Kelly may have hinted towards one of them.
Yes.
So, first of all, I've still been watching Inuyasha, which I absolutely love. Watched a couple of the movies. I put a couple of these shows on hold as I've been watching Legend of Korra for the podcast. But I have still really been enjoying these shows. So Inuyasha, March Comes In Like a Lion, and then Haikyuu, I absolutely adore. Oh my gosh. I never thought I'd be so into a sports anime, but this show is just amazing. I love the relationships. Before I get to Fruits Basket, which is the one I want to talk about the most, I've been also playing this video game called Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Yes! Oh my gosh! I'm freaking out. I've been trying to get Emma to play this for months. I sent her my copy because I needed her to play it.
Guys, I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to juggle a million things. I know I have no excuse.
You're fine, girl, but tell me what house you chose.
Oh, okay. So I'm with Edelgard. So we're the Black Eagles, which I noticed was your house as well. I didn't pick it because it was yours, but I was like, oh, Kelly and I chose the same one.
No, I chose Blue Lions. What are you talking about? I was with Dimitri.
Oh, there was like another saved game I thought that I saw on the log that was Black Eagles, but okay, never mind.
All right, never mind.
But I chose the Black Eagles. But, okay, I gotta be honest. Don't judge me for this. I almost went for the third house, because the Golden Deer, because I freaking love Claude. Oh my gosh,
Claude
he's so cute. He's such a jokester.
He's a cutie.
So I almost went to that team because of him, because I loved him. I was like, wow, love at first sight right here. But I said no because I was like, no, I've got to go with the house that represents me. Like, I can't go for just a man, okay? I got to do what's right for me.
I don't know, I did.
So. Way. What? Yeah, okay, Dimitri's a hunk, let's be honest.
But in the end, I was like, actually, Felix is my main man, so.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there.
For me and Black Eagles, Ferdinand, I love him. He's great.
So great.
Anyway, so it's just been super fun. Just being a professor and teaching these students, like, it's kind of daunting because I'm doing a degree in teaching. So I'm like, oh my, I have such an influence over all these people. I hope I steer them the right way.
Oh my gosh.
But right now, I'm not sure what I did, but suddenly I have like nobody in my house. I don't know what happened. So I'm like, did I like kill all my students? I hope not.
You might have.
How would I do that?
I mean, are you on casual mode or normal mode? Like, because there's a mode where if your people die in battle, they die for real. And there's a mode where they don't die for real.
I'm in normal mode. So is that where they die for real?
I think so.
Oh,
so did
man.
you kill all of your...
Oh, crap. I'm a terrible teacher.
Did you kill all your students, Emma?
Well, I was like, it just happened all of a sudden, though, because, like, I had a battle, like, previously with, like, there were, like, 12 of us, and I was like, it went really well. Like, small losses that I remember. And then, like, suddenly I'm walking around and I'm, you have these points where you, like, choose to lecture for the day and you, like, assign students to different tasks. And as I was doing that, I was like, why do I only have, like, 3 people to choose from? Like, what's happening?
You killed your people.
That makes me so sad.
The characters are you can still see them around campus, but you can't use them in your battles anymore because they died.
But they're still alive? What?
Well, they're there for story purposes. Like, you need them to tell the story.
So should I have gone on casual mode so that they didn't die?
I would have recommended that. Yes.
Dang it. Okay, maybe I should start over then.
Yeah, I was going to say, how far are you in? Because maybe you can just start over and it's fine.
I think I've logged like 7 hours worth, but it's not like a lot of that time is like exploring. So I got to the...
Girl, 7 hours, I've played like 140, so like, that's nothing, just start over.
Yeah, so I probably will, because I was just like, wait a minute, where are my people? Where Where are my beautiful students?
Yeah.
Well, they're dead. That's the end of that story. I'm so sad right now.
Oh no. Yeah, it's personal though when they leave, like when they die. I personally played on the normal mode, and I was so stubborn because I would just replay some battles because I was like killing people, and I was like, I don't want them to die. I'm going to replay them. Instead of going on casual mode, I'm just going to keep replaying these battles until I get it right.
Yeah.
But then at the very end, the last battle, almost everyone died because I couldn't. It was hard. It was so hard. So, but I love Blue Lion House. Blue Lion House is like, yes, Felix is my main man, but also Ash is my son, and I adopted him, and he's my favorite.
I love Ash.
Ash is basically like my typical go-to favorite animation characters.
Yes.
He's I just want to make my father proud.
Yes. And which explains why I go for Claude. Am I right? Or am I right?
Yeah.
Yep. There we go.
Oh, man. So good.
But I also love like Hubert, I think his name is, because he's like super like serious and like looks ticked off all the time. But I'm like, oh, come on.
But does he have red hair and likes to ride horses?
No, that's Sylvain. Oh, he's a ladies' man.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
He's a ladies' man.
Gotta love him.
But yeah, the characters are just so much fun. But I keep getting lost in this castle. My gosh, it's confusing.
Oh, you'll get used to it, and then you have a routine. You'll just have a routine that you do every time you're exploring campus. I say campus, but it's a monastery, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so, I mean, like, you just get into a groove of doing, and it's fun because, like, you can do so many different things. You can choose different things for your days off. So if you don't like exploring campus, you can just do more battles or whatever. So I think it's a pretty fun game.
Yeah, it's so much fun. I've really enjoyed it so far.
Absolutely. And I will also mention one more character in Blue Lion. Felix, like I said, is my main man. And he's basically Keith. He's basically Keith from Voltron. And I love it.
Yes, I love that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but man, you're in for a wild ride with Black Eagles.
And like there's so many, like we mentioned a lot of guys, but there's a lot of girls who are like BA too. Like I love Petra. She's like, she doesn't talk normally like a normal human being, but she's so good. And, or like Dorothea, she is so fun. I love her.
She's so cute.
So sassy.
I love it.
All about that.
I love it.
Okay, lastly, what I've been watching is Fruits Basket, because we love that show, as most of you know who have listened.
Yeah. Okay, girl, I have so much to say about Fruits Basket, but can we save it for the end?
Yes, we can totally save it for the end.
Okay, I appreciate
But that's what I'm watching. So what are you watching, Kelly?
Oh, thanks. Again, like I say every single Whatcha Watching episode, I have so many that we would literally be here for 3 hours if I talked about every single.
That's why I wrote out a list.
Oh man, because I just watched the newest Balance Unlimited episode. It was crazy. I could talk about Tower of God. I binged that whole thing in a day.
What?
Basically, the ones I want to talk about now is, well, the first thing is actually a podcast. It's called Anime in America. And if you haven't listened to it, it is sponsored by Crunchyroll. It has the most hilarious host I've ever heard. And he goes through the history of anime in America. And it is so fascinating to hear this, this story of it's just crazy, man, about how anime got to be where it is now in America. And I'm sorry if you're not in the US, but I'm sure some of the things that he talks about will relate, because he talks a lot about just the international anime industry. And it's really fascinating how do you get from Japan to the US? How did it get it in front of these US viewing audiences? How do these companies work together to distribute this content? And it's really fascinating, really hilarious. I mean, this guy is just it's just gold, okay? So I recommend that because it finished this last week. And it's so good. Lightbox Expo is happening this weekend as we're recording this, and it's been absolutely a blast. It's basically an artist animation expo. I don't know if it's still available to like rewatch some of the stuff, but because 2020, it's so fun to be able to take part in all of these conventions and things I normally wouldn't because everything is online. And Lightbox Expo is just super great to hear from all these animators and everyone like in the industry and hear like all the stuff that's going on, and it was really fun. So that was a blast. And then out of all the things I'm actually watching right now, I need to tell you, Emma, about just one. I'm just going to talk about one besides Fruits Basket because the last time Emma and I talked on the phone, guys, she was like, you know what I really need? I really need like a romantic drama. That's what I'm looking for. And I was like,
surprised?
Yeah, are you surprised? Captain Emma needs a romance. And let me look up the name of this gal. I, on Instagram, at Fanmade Podcast, asked people, like, what you watching? And Leandra Watts, Leandra, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Thank you for telling me about this anime. It's called Romeo and Juliet.
I've never heard of this story.
I bet you haven't. It's titled Romeo X Juliet, you know, kind of like Hunter x Hunter. So I don't actually know how you say it, but I'm just going to say Romeo and Juliet.
Works for me.
It is so good, Emma. This one I actually watched in like a weekend. It was like I was hooked. It was last weekend. That's all I did because it was a long weekend. We had Monday off, you know. And oh man. Okay, so it's basically listen. Emma and I know Shakespeare. Okay, we've been in Shakespeare stuff together.
We've studied it.
We studied it in multiple forms and fashions. Was that the first time we met when we were in Hamlet together? Well, one of the first times we like got to know each other.
Oh my gosh, yes.
We were in this Hamlet adaptation where it was all gender bent. So you played Hamlet.
Yeah, it was a short film.
Mm-hmm. And I was Horatio.
Yes.
And
you were a great Horatio.
Thank you. Well, Horatio is one of the few that lived through the play, so I'm very happy to survive.
Me, on the other hand.
Sorry, but you did a great job going through some mental health issues.
Thank you.
So yeah, well, I know you'll enjoy it because, you know Shakespeare. Personally, and I honestly need to do a whole episode on Romeo and Juliet because it was fantastic. Wow. Like that's how high I'm praising it.
Dang.
And I know for a guaranteed fact, this is a fact that you will love this show, Emma.
I don't get a choice. That's okay. It sounds amazing. I love this story of Romeo and Juliet. Haters gonna hate.
Yeah, I will say that usually this is how good it is. I am one of those Shakespeare lovers who hates Romeo and Juliet. I apologize. I think it's dumb.
It's fine.
Regardless, I love this anime. I mean, it captured my attention immediately, and I watched the entire thing. It is the story of Romeo and Juliet, but it's anime, so it's better.
So it's automatically better.
Automatically better. I watched it on Funimation. The whole dub is there. I don't know where else you can find it. I'm sure you can find it in other places. Side note, even I recognize some voices in this, so be prepared. It's basically like a Full Metal Alchemist reunion.
Okay.
Even though I'm pretty sure this came out around the same time, so maybe it's not a reunion. But basically, it is the story of Romeo and Juliet, but things are changed, obviously. Like, there are different changes and different things. Different characters are doing different things. It's a different world. It's an anime world where there are these, like, flying horses, dragon things, and, like...
Sweet.
There's this, I mean, the ending is very anime. It feels, there's some other stuff going on that's, like, anime. But it's also this world that feels very, like, Shakespearean, Italian, it's Neo Verona, instead of Verona.
Yes.
And they even talk in like not a super Shakespearean way, not full Shakespearean, but in like an older, like which I think is really fascinating. I would love to know the process of dubbing this and like translating this
Yeah,
to
no
make it
kidding.
to make it sound like older English, but they
Right.
speak very formally, and it's but I mean, you get into the groove of it, and you're like, and then you're done watching, and you're like, do normal people not sound like this? What is that?
Yeah.
Basically, Romeo and Juliet are the perfect couple. And I love that.
What?
I know. I mean, my hardened heart against Romeo and Juliet was softened by this Romeo and Juliet. It's the best adaptation of Romeo and Juliet I've ever experienced. And especially Romeo. Dang.
Oh,
okay. Myself a little bit. Oh man, and they're just so sweet. And then other couples, but basically, thank you, Leandra, for recommending the show to me. And I know you will love this, Emma.
Oh, I'm so looking forward to it. I really am. I need it. I need that in my life.
Juliet is this fierce, independent, strong redhead. It's you.
Oh, what? It's me. Yes.
Although Romeo is not your typical favorite anime man. Sorry about that.
Hey, no, sometimes you need a shift in perspective. Right?
Right, yeah. Although his voice, I don't know who's I think I looked it up and I don't think I recognized it, but his voice, the English voice actor, is so calming, and like that's
probably what
it.
I need in my life. Rather than like
Oh man. Okay, now that I freaked out about Romeo and Juliet, let's get into the real reason why we're here.
I'm crying.
If you guys, if you're listening and you have not heard of Fruits Basket, we have a whole episode on Fruits Basket, the original. It aired in 2001. The manga was popular in the 90s and early 2000s, and it has gotten the Full Metal treatment by getting a reboot of the anime series that is more closely aligned with the manga story. So we are in season 2 of Fruits Basket, everybody, and it's happening right now. And it is amazing.
My heart. It's so good. It literally, I'm not joking when I say that every episode I walk away like with a heart full or a heart like reflecting. Like I'm either like somber or I'm like filled with joy. Like it's just so wholesome. I love it. And my goodness, these last couple episodes have just been like about these characters and their healing processes, and I'm like, sob. Like Kyo, my favorite person in the world. Oh my gosh.
Oh man. Yes, Kyo. And I should state too that because the English dub has been delayed more so than obviously the subtitles are still coming out as the episodes air in Japan. And Emma only watches the English dub, so
I'm faithful to the English voice actors. That's why.
That's fair. It's fair. I had to give up because I wanted to know what's happening. So I am currently watching. I'm keeping up with the subtitled. So I'm a little farther ahead than Emma, and obviously we don't spoil anything here, but I just wanted to clarify that you are. But I caught up with the English dub this weekend, so we can talk about where you're at.
Oh,
Kyo.
My goodness. Kyo.
It's just like this show is like there are these layers and layers and layers and layers and layers and layers and layers to every single character and every single story, and there's always more to discover and there's always more going on, and you're just like, my goodness.
Yep. And like in these last couple episodes we see Kyo as a freaking child, and he's so cute. Like I just want to hold him in my arms and be like, you are great, don't ever forget it. Yes. Like you're wonderful. Like, and just like the realities that he is faced with, that Yuki is faced with, like all of them like are facing like a totally different mindset than any normal human being. They've got a fate that's awaiting them that they can't escape. And Toru, so kind-hearted, just wants to help them and break them free, break this curse. And
Yes.
oh, it's just so deep. Like, I mean, just seeing Kyo in one of the last couple episodes, like as a child, he was like drawing pictures of eggs in the dirt and just being his cute self, and
Aw.
just like um his story with Kagura, and how they connected, and like there's like this scene where they really go through their relationship and why Kagura loves Kyo so much, and
Mm-hmm.
like they come to terms with where they're at in life right now. And
Yes.
it's just very moving. Ugh,
Oh, and I
yes.
really wanted to know about this because you have said before you really connect with Kagura, not only because of the Year of the Pig, but also just like in other ways. So it was an extra special episode because you get Kagura and Kyo, two of your favorite characters.
Yes. I really resonated with their episode on Kagura explaining like why she loves Kyo,
Mm-hmm.
and it was it was very moving because Kyo doesn't return the affections. He doesn't love, like, he loves Kagura as like family basically, or like
Mm-hmm.
as a friend, but he doesn't like view her that way romantically.
Mm-hmm.
And I like, I'm very much like Kagura in personality. She's very bold, very strong, very fierce kind of person. And when she does something, she does it with her complete all, and including loving Kyo. And so the fact that she is just so strong to like share like her feelings and why she loves him the way she does, but also be able to walk away from that situation knowing that, like, yeah, it's not going to work out for the two of them, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Which is just, it was really powerful because I think we all want good things to work out for us. But like they don't always happen the way we expect them to. But it's how
Yeah.
we react from those situations and move forward that's really powerful. I'm even tearing up now. It's fine. I just like, guys, it's a really moving show. But yeah, because like I don't know, like um yeah, she treasures Kyo, but knows that it's time to let go of that love she's always had. It's time to grow up and move
Yeah.
on. Ugh.
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 Every single episode, just they know how to touch your heart, how to pull on your emotional heartstrings,
Yep.
and like, and it's weird because it's like, yeah, there's some really hard stuff and deep stuff, but it's just like it's so filling. Like it's even though it's like hard stuff that they're talking about, like all of these characters are going through such traumas, but and recovering from so much, but it's still so life-giving, it's like I mean they're all there helping each other. Like, yes, Toru definitely is a huge part of that, but also like they're all helping each other, like, and
Right.
they're all in it together, and it's so beautiful. And truly, season 2, I mean, it started in the spring and it's gotten us through all of this COVID stuff so far. And
Yes.
it's truly been like the flagship during the quarantine for me. Like it's keeping me afloat.
Yes.
And man, this show is so good. And I love Yuki and I love Kyo, and I just want the best for them. And
And I love their relationship too. Like they're
uh
so strong. Like even though they still have their quarrels, like man, they've really matured these last couple episodes, because
mhm.
now instead of like just going straight to fighting, they're like, whatever, man. Like just like very stern. Like, and walk away, and I'm like, whoa, are we like being mature right now? Like, whoa.
What?
This is not normal.
No. And I'm so excited to see how it grows because it's like the basis for, their their bickering is basically that grass is greener on the other side mentality that we've talked about before. Like they both see something in the other that they wish they had, and they respect each other in different ways, and that's what sets them off. It's they're viewing the world differently, and they see the plum on each other's backs. And they get upset that the other person can't see the plum.
Right.
That's what it is. And this show, guys, if you haven't watched Fruits Basket, watch Fruits Basket.
So good.
Oh, man. Just you wait, Emma, till you get to some of these later episodes. Man.
Oh, my gosh. I'm so excited. I've seen, like, little clips here and there from, like YouTube always sends me notifications of like, new, like the new episode clips and whatnot. And so I'll like see like snapshots and whatnot. I'm like, oh, I'm excited to see where that's coming from. Like, so
there's always something good,
but I'm willing to wait because I really love these voice actors.
Absolutely. I wholeheartedly respect that because the English dub is really good. Yeah. Really good. Like rewatching it with the English dub, I'm like, oh yeah, this is it.
It's well done.
So well done.
Mm-hmm.
It still boggles my mind that we get the same voice actors from the original.
I know, and they don't sound a day older.
They don't.
Way to go, voice actors. You did great at your job.
Perfect. Absolutely. Almost 20 years later, you're doing great.
Yes. Love it.
All right. Well, yeah, man, there's just so much. There's so much I'm watching.
Right.
And it just continues. And now I have to watch Kipo and the Age of Wonder Beasts because the patrons voted on that. You can vote too at patreon.com/fanimated to vote for what I'm going to talk about next. And so I've got to watch season 2 of Kipo. I'm in the middle of Blue Exorcist. Just finished Tower of God. That was a ride. But I think that sums it up. To end our time here, why don't I read a review from Apple Podcasts?
Love that.
You too can leave a review and literally make my day every single time I get one. I am filled with joy, and it means the world to me. So thank you to everyone who leaves reviews.
Yes, it means a lot. It's so good to hear feedback, and we really enjoy doing this too.
Absolutely, and it's so great to be able to like. It's hard with a podcast. There's not as much of that like discussion, but like to hear other people's thoughts and what they like and what we should talk about. And yeah, so I really appreciate it, and it's like one of the few ways that we can get feedback. You can also email us if you don't want to be like public about a review. You can send us an email at fanimatedpodcast@gmail.com. I always love getting those too. So from Spiderp Man, clever, literally just titled Tom and Star, ! Tom is the best, and I love your podcast, smiley face. Thank you.
Cute.
Also, I agree. Tom and Star are the best. Have you watched Star versus the Forces of Evil?
I have not.
Oh, man.
But I've listened to the episode.
Yeah, you know how the ships get real in that one.
Yep.
And Tom was one of those characters I hated at the beginning, and I ended up that Tom is my favorite character in the whole show.
Right. I remember that.
Oh, Tom is so fantastic. And from Perry, great show. Some of the best animation-related content in the podcast game. Aw, thanks. Fun topics, knowledgeable guests, all around good time. Also, your most recent episode on Treasure Planet was amazing, and the guest you brought on was hilarious. That was
Perry from Banter. I hardly know her.
I would assume after that comment that was that was a
Perry.
Perry.
Well, Perry, we like your podcast too, so
we do, and I know our listeners would love it too. So go check out Banter. I hardly know her. Perry and Wes are hilarious.
Yes, their banter is excellent.
It is excellent indeed. They just did one on. They took They took Disney characters and pitted them against each other in a Hunger Games like scenario.
Oh, I haven't listened to it yet. I have that on my list. It's in my podcast queue.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Oh, I just died.
I love that.
So thank you, Perry, for the review. That means a lot. And your show also is 5 stars. Easy. So yeah, wow. I think that's all I have. For now, at least.
Sweet. All the animation.
All the animation, guys. We pretend to know what we're talking about, but mostly we're just geeking out. So that's it. That's a podcast.
Now, shall we do the thing?
Julie, do the thing. Oh crap. I do these endings off the top of my head, and I'm trying to remember all the things I say. Thank you so much for listening.
The music is provided by Purple Planet Music. The art is done by Kelly, which you can find her at Candor Draw at Instagram.
Yeah, we did mention that we just came off of recording Legend of Korra, so it's really late and I'm tired, right? You did a great job. You can also find us on Instagram and Facebook at Fanimated Podcast. You can email us at fanimatedpodcast@gmail.com. You already got the music and the art. Well done. Gold star for you. And I think that's it. So we'll talk to you on Tuesday. Okay. Thank you so much for listening, everyone. It was a blast talking with you, Emma. And remember to stay tuned.
And stay animated.
Fun topics, knowledgeable guests. I don't know about that. I just read the Wikipedia articles.